Yeah.
Well, yeah, but...
You're good.
Welcome to Believers versus Skeptics. Our believer is
Emma Wazlowski.
and our skeptic is
Ben Sang.
And here we try and figure out whether a paranormal legend is true or not. Alright, so today we're doing Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, and I'm gonna butcher a lot of names in this, so Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is in the Chicago southwest suburbs in Cook County. It's like 20 minutes away from Lockport.
Okay.
And there's multiple legends. There's like 8 or 10. I just chose the top 2 that were on there. So we could do a part 2 or 3 if we want to later. But you're gonna love this one, Ben.
Am I?
No.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So first legend is there's like this blue light, and basically it's seen during clear moonlit nights and sometimes during the day. And it's a blue color and usually the size of like a softball to a basketball.
Okay, see,
So
that's
the-
just kind of dumb.
So the moon. So it's the moon.
See, I know I'm supposed to be the believer here, but, like, that's really
No,
dumb.
like-
Suddenly in the sky during moonlit nights, there's this big glowing thing. It kind of looks like the moon.
There's more to it. It's usually seen like on the south part of the cemetery, just wandering around or just hovering above.
So
How does a ball of, like, just blue light wander?
So
I don't know.
we have our pal Jerry here, our little blue ball of light, just like hanging around the cemetery.
Where'd you get Jerry?
Ball
'cause it's
blue,
Jerry.
though?
It's Jerry though. It's Jerry. We could call him Blue, but that would be dumb.
Yeah.
But why? What? No.
It's
No.
already not off to a good start.
No,
Like,
it's not.
the
And that-
believer doesn't get this.
There's the reason I chose it is because it was really like
Out
off-
there?
Yeah, it was out there, and I was like, okay, I get like maybe blue orbs like going around, but blue during the night that could easily be the moon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You get blue orbs? What about blue orbs do you get?
There's like this paranormal thing people say if like you see like an orb, like a white or whatever, it just floating around in like a video or a picture, it's supposedly a ghost.
But
or a
couldn't it
spirit.
just be dust?
It could be, exactly.
You ever heard of flash photography?
Also, don't people see them in, like, real life, too? Like, not just through photos?
Yeah, they do.
Hallucinations. They've taken a bit too many happy sugars, and now they're going insane.
Happy sugars.
Happy sugars. Happy sugars, they breathe the happy sugars, and yippee hallucinations.
All right.
Anyway.
What
I
is
have
this?
3 like things about just the blue light.
Why?
We're 5 minutes into this, and already we're just getting random balls of blue light.
Like, that one is
Look,
it's so dumb.
I
Like,
did this at like 10:30 last night after dance. I was gone. Like what I was reading made no sense to me half the time. I had to reread the article like 3 times.
That's nice.
That's what you get for putting off the work.
I know, but
That's
this
very-
week has been stressful.
very reassuring for these legends.
Okay. Anyways, you're gonna love this dude. There's this dude, Richard Crow, and you're gonna love his occupation. He's a researcher / ghost hunter.
Okay.
That's
He
not
died a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Is that considered a legitimate occupation?
I don't know.
It might be to some people.
Honestly, yeah. Anyways, he stated that like people thought like the blue light appeared in the 70s, but in fact apparently came around in the 60s.
Wait,
so.
the blue lake?
Light.
Oh, I
You
thought
said lake.
Yeah, you said lake.
Oh my god.
I'm like, aren't most lakes blue unless you got like pollution and
Unless
like,
it's
bad
Morris
seaweed?
River.
Unless it's like any.
Not Morris River, Illinois River.
Yeah.
Illinois River. Oh yeah, that
That
thing.
thing's dirty.
Like every other lake and river that we have.
Yeah.
Anyways, he just stated that there's been like a blue ghost since the 60s.
A blue ghost or a blue orb?
I don't know. It said ghost, light.
He's just hanging there, man. He's chilling out.
He's just vibing.
The thing
He's
is, like,
there.
if you find, like, websites about certain ghosts and stuff like that, you don't know how credible they are because it's legit about a ghost.
They're not credible ever. It's ghosts.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
ghosts.
Like, we have no proof that ghosts do exist or they don't. So,
Yeah.
Proof that they don't exist is that we can't prove that they do exist.
what?
I mean, yeah.
The fact that we cannot prove that they exist at all for how long we have been a species wondering about this kind of proves that there is like a 99% chance no.
The next
just
day, ghosts
no.
are discovered to be real. You're
Next-
just gonna love that.
Alright, so if you get our next episode on Friday, we're going to be talking about how ghosts are actually real. They're not, though.
Okay.
We all know you don't believe, okay?
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, this show is called Believer versus Skeptic. I think they got it by now.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's what I was implying.
We have a
but okay.
lot to get through, so.
This is just blue lights. Okay.
So, there's an audio transcript, apparently. I couldn't find the actual audio transcript, just in the article it said it. But in 1963, 3 boys went lost in the woods near the cemetery.
Hold on, wait. Can I stop you real quick? You said went lost.
Hey, yo,
they got
went,
lost.
They went lost. They're like, you
They
know what,
got
guys?
lost.
Let's go lost, man. Let's go lost. We went lost.
Like,
I am running on like 3 hours of sleep,
That's
so.
not
Anyway,
reassuring.
continue.
All right, what is
No,
this?
you're not reading
I
it.
want to read that.
no.
They were lost. They're lost in the woods.
They got lost in the woods near the cemetery. And when the boys were found on 143rd Street, which is where Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is, they were lost for like a couple weeks already. But
A
they
couple
could
weeks?
Yeah.
How do you survive?
How were they alive?
No.
Yeah, how are they still
Were they just
living?
hunting squirrels?
I
like,
guess.
The blue light kept us safe. It guarded us to the lights and the animals. No, like what? Huh?
And the only thing they could talk about was the blue light.
Is it because they were just scared of the night that things would get us, so they looked at the moon?
I mean, how old were these kids?
Yeah, that's true. We don't know.
It
we don't
didn't
know ages.
say. They just said boys.
Well, that's not very helpful.
No, it's not.
Dude, boys are stupid in general. We need to figure out what kind of boys. though.
Exactly.
The stupidity level raises in age.
Well, if they got lost in the woods, I would assume they're pretty young.
Like 10, 12.
Yeah.
But like, if they get lost for a couple weeks and survive,
They have to be at least knowledgeable to survive.
Yeah.
like, are there's Boy Scouts that are getting lost? I mean, not a chance. Boy Scouts could never get lost. We're too good. Like, but see, what, huh?
Okay, anyways.
So just like gone, come back, blue light.
I don't know. That's just what it said.
It's just.
Wherever
they're
you got
just
this from,
gone.
it's literally like so
It came-
bad.
Like, I kid you not, the place I got it from was like a Google site someone made.
Bro.
Because there's nothing
A
else.
Google site somebody made.
Yes. I know it's not credible, but it's fine.
I'm disappointed. In you,
Yeah,
Karolina.
I am extremely disappointed
If
in
you search up Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, there's not much. Like, I'm not kidding.
Why are we basing an entire legend of this random blue light that's just haunting this cemetery?
It hasn't even like done anything either.
We're-
It's
No,
just
it hasn't.
there.
It's just there.
Where boys went lost in the woods.
And survived off of squirrels.
Yes.
Anyways, after the boys got lost, around the same time, 5 men witnessed the same light around 2 a.m. during the fall of 1963. So I'm assuming the boys went missing sometime in the fall of 1963.
Okay, but what were these men doing?
Yeah.
Were they drinking?
Okay,
Probably.
So
Were
this
they
is-
the fathers of the other boys?
If you search up Bachelor's Grove Cemetery and zoom in, there's this little pond, like, right there. And apparently they were standing right at the north end of it, by the street.
This is just the moon reflecting off of the lake.
Okay,
It
can
could
I
literally
finish?
it could literally be reflecting off of so many things though.
That's true.
Like
There's
you're in
more
a
to this.
cemetery.
Someone accidentally dropped their tanning thing, you know, it's just bouncing off of that.
So they got scared of the blue light once they saw it. And what were people doing at 2 a.m. at a pond in a cemetery? That's my
What do you
question.
think they
I
were
don't
doing?
know.
They could have been
You
doing
know-
so many things. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say them, but like
Yeah.
There's a
But-
plethora, yes.
They got scared and started driving down 143rd Street, and the light followed them. And the dude driving looked back.
The moon? The light, the moon.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish. The guy driving the car looked back to look at the light, drove off the side of the road into a cornfield. The light hovered on the right hand side of the car, crossed 143rd Street, and into the forest.
The reflection of the moon. That or just blue headlights. It could have just been blue headlights.
Yeah.
Like
These grown men got so scared of a little blue light that literally can't do anything.
What were these dudes doing? These dudes were on something, and they just saw the reflection of the moon and freaked out. They were scared, and oh my gosh, this is just...
That's really sad. That is so sad.
There was some underwear being changed after that night.
For sure, though.
Really?
Yeah.
You had it take it there?
I did, yeah, because that's the reflection of the moon. The light was following us.
You know the legend is bad when the believer says that it's, like, bad.
Yeah, like... I'm like split halfway, believer and skeptic, and I was reading this and I was like... What? Like, how? How? Like, it could easily be the moon. Like, we get blue moons here all the time. Just in general, it happens all over the world.
Dude, I have not seen the moon in a good, week.
Because you don't go outside.
Yeah, you're a hermit.
Okay, but who goes outside at night?
Me.
Why?
I have to drive home from dance.
Well, that's your issue. What do you do?
I don't know. Sometimes I'll go places, or I'm heading home from somewhere. I don't know.
Toyota, go places. All right. So that's it. Just blue light. That's it.
Yeah.
We're done with the.
I don't think I'm gonna even say the third story because this is so stupid.
Let's see. Car ended up let's see. Described a blue light coming from within the cemetery that grew as large as a basketball. Someone has a bedazzled basketball.
Someone left it.
It blinked in 10 to 20 second intervals and rapidly changed positions, reporting the light.
Why were they counting?
It was cars. It was cars.
Yeah, 143rd Street is pretty busy, so I mean.
Yeah, I swear, I think people are just so dumb sometimes.
Yeah.
Someone was just driving while they weren't supposed to be, while they were under the influence, and then just saw headlights and were just freaked out.
And because it was near a cemetery,
They
like,
just-
oh!
They just assumed.
They forgot what headlights were.
Well, were blue headlights a thing in the 60s and 70s? Now that I think about it.
I don't know.
Oh, who knows? They're just LED headlights.
Yeah.
So
All right, the second legend. So blue light is completely just stupid.
this is the
Yeah.
this is just like the moon.
Yeah,
This is,
or headlights.
the moon is growing a conscience and just trying to trick us now.
Okay. The second legend is about a caretaker. There is a house supposedly located a short distance west of what is now the roped off entrance to the main path leading to the cemetery. I don't know what that means.
So it's just there used to be a side path to the cemetery.
Yeah. And
but
it's now closed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's off of 143rd Street from the Rubio Woods Forest Preserve parking lot, which is right across Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. It's right here.
So nothing better than a house that leads right to a cemetery.
Yeah. And supposedly the caretaker went crazy and kind of offed his family.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he died and the house burned down.
That was a lot going on.
Yes.
There was some family issues here.
Clearly.
This was a family drama. Something was going on in that house.
Yeah.
I don't think this was ghosts. I think this was just America. I think this was just nature running its course on people at this point.
What did I tell you about the jokes?
I'm not
before?
making jokes about their death. I'm making jokes about how they died.
Well, that's not any
about their
better.
death.
Well, it was kind of funny. It's just how is that connected to a ghost?
Okay, well,
It's just a home wrecker.
That's
all it is.
record.
Yeah.
well,
isn't that what they're called?
supposedly the caretaker, after he died, he turned into a ghost and stayed on the premises.
Why did he turn into a ghost though?
What unfinished business did he have?
He literally offed his whole family and then died.
the dang dog got away. I'm forever condemned to the house because the dogs are going away. Why is he there?
I don't know.
What does he need from there? Is he just trying to keep taking care of the business? Maybe he just really liked his job but really hated his family. And his family was just not in support of his job.
Maybe his plan was to also off like a bunch of other people as well, and he didn't get to do that.
So he just is a blue orb that just,
No, this is a different story.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No longer the moon. No
longer the moon.
No longer Jerry the Orb. Yeah, no.
That's what we're calling
Jerry
Yes.
the Orb.
Jerry?
Yeah, it's Jerry the Orb.
Okay. So there's an audio transcript that a teacher, I think like a college professor or whatever, I don't know, some sort of teacher, in 1971, late November, early December, 2 male college students, wait, what did I write?
Let me see that. What is that?
I didn't.
2 male college students who park next to the pond near the cemetery.
Oh, they parked near the cemetery, that's what it was.
How could you?
Did you not? Do you need glasses?
I'm wearing my contacts.
Oh, I forgot you have glasses.
Yeah.
Blind.
Wait, what?
This is the one who used to wear glasses as well.
I wore them for a single year in 2nd grade.
And 6th.
No, not 6th.
I have that one picture of you.
I don't know what you're talking about. So
You have the picture.
Oh wait, do I?
Oh,
yeah.
The Steve Jobs? No,
Yeah.
that was my old glasses that I randomly put on just because.
Oh. Okay, anyways. So these 2 college students walked south on the narrow path between the pond and the creek. And they came upon a man in his early to mid-70s walking towards them. And the old man was described carrying a clear globe lantern with a yellow-orange light.
They're very descriptive.
Yes, that's exactly how it was worded in the website I used.
Dude, these guys need to start being suspects to places. A man in his early to mid-70s with a, clear globe lantern and yellow-orange light was going around. It's like, what?
Yeah.
This is very descriptive. This seems like scripted.
Mm-hmm.
So the old man began to yell at the 2 students as they walked closer to him. And the 2 students calmed the man down and tell them they're visiting to see the blue light, ironically, and the disappearing house. Which there's another story where there's a house that disappears. I'm not going to get into that because that sounds bizarre.
You think?
Yeah. Apparently this house, first time you walk into the cemetery, you'll see it. Second time, you won't ever see it again. We're not going into that, so don't try.
Okay.
Because it's bizarre, and I don't know.
Okay.
So the 2 students were visiting because of paranormal events. So, the old man tells them the blue light does not exist, but the house is real. And that the caretaker owns the house.
Is he the caretaker?
Yeah, the old man says that, it's his house, which it's the reason why he's assumed to be the caretaker. Because there was only one house near Bachelor's Grove.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
So the old man told them where to go, and for whatever reason, he followed these 2 students. Which
that's not creepy at all.
Yeah.
Oh, you know exactly why he followed them. We know why.
And as the 2 students were walking, the light from the lantern goes out, and the students turn around, and the old man is gone.
So was he a ghost the whole time, or was he a real person that just...
Well, wait a minute. If he's a ghost, wouldn't the stuff he's holding be actually things? Are you able to turn things into ghost things? Well, then what if he just turned around and went the other way?
Yeah.
Well, you could still see the light. You have to think about that.
What if he turned it off? If it was in the dead of night and he turned off the lantern, the only source of light.
Or he concealed it with something. He probably...
Yeah. Well, when I think of lantern, I think those old lanterns you need to light with fire.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He just grabbed his Harry's invisible cloak, put that on real quick, and then just walked out.
Or maybe he was still wearing the cloak and followed them.
That would be even creepier.
There's nothing more to the story either.
That's it?
That's it.
Wait, was the source from the students?
No, the source was from a teacher.
The teacher who told...
I don't know. It was when I read the
Was
like,
this
article.
just like write the best scary story you can, and then like this is what happened? Someone was up really late the day before the project was due, and then just like did that.
This is their creative writing assignment.
This sounds like this sounds like a procrastinated essay I would write.
Yeah.
Well, now you have an essay to write if you need one.
If that very specific subject ever comes up in an essay writing thing, I'll be all right. But like this has nothing to do with it. Like nothing here makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Bachelor's Grove is just very bizarre with its stories.
It's not from the students. It's from do we even know if this teacher had these students?
No.
These two aren't even connected to each other. This is just a teacher telling a scary story.
Yeah, she probably made it all up, or whatever.
He,
okay. He probably just made it up.
This definitely sounds like something a dude teacher would do. This sounds like something he would tell like middle schoolers to scare the absolute crap out of them.
I feel like that's something you would do.
Oh yeah.
Because like Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is like also like kind of a historical landmark now.
If I ever was a teacher, which for some reason people think I am, if I ever was a teacher, I would definitely scare the absolute crap out of my students.
There is like a school. There's a high school like really close to the cemetery.
Why are they building a high school
I don't
really
know.
close to the cemetery?
Like,
That's weird.
If you think about it, like teachers probably don't want kids going there, so they'll tell them a bunch of scary stories for them not to go.
You ever heard of
kids being kids will do it.
Yeah.
So.
You ever heard of Sandbox?
Yeah.
Like that thing, like it was kind of like La Petite, like a daycare.
Yeah.
There was one literally right next.
Oh
to the
yeah, I
cemetery.
remember that one. I passed that all the time.
So like, who did that?
It's probably cheap land.
It's like, you know what? This is the greatest place to put our kindergarten / preschool area.
Some
right next
very
to a
young, impressionable
cemetery.
kids.
I bet those kids turned out really messed up.
Probably.
The messed up Sandbox kids.
No, this like Bachelor's Grove. I think it's just. Like, there's stories from it, but I just think it's, like, a creepy place because it's an old cemetery. I mean, it's, like, from the 1800s. Like,
it's the reputation that just makes it creepy. It's drunk people going over there, seeing the moon and freaking out.
Anything old gets, like, a reputation of, oh, it's haunted. Like, look at Central Campus.
Yeah.
And then you get idiots who just feel like adding on to this story, just like with fake stories, and it's, who knows. This is such a bad story that I think we all can agree that this is just complete my initials.
Yeah.
I can't say it even in initial form on this, I'm gonna guess. And if
just
you
say
don't,
your full name.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my name's Ben Sang, so put 2 and 2 together. All right. So, are we all in agreement that this is just fake?
Yeah.
All right.
Like I've heard, Resurrection Mary was more plausible.
Yeah, that one was definitely more believable than this.
Well, we'll see what our next one lies in the next episode.
Let's hope you find a better one.
Let's hope this one isn't.
Let's hope I'm running on more hours of sleep this time.
All right. Well, this has been an interesting episode. This has been episode 2 of Believer vs. Skeptic. I think that's it for now.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys in the next episode.
Thank you for listening.
Peace.
Wow.
Let's see if I struggle to turn it off again. It's off. The computer's off.
Alright, well, I need to do homework, so I'm gonna go.
I need to ask Mr. Conway to print out a picture for me. I have to go tell him to turn it off.
Alright.